We are in East River Soccer Complex for some AAC women's soccer action. The Bluefield College Rams look for their first win of the year against the Bryan College Lions. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bailey Engel joined today by Jake Lyman. And, Jake, this is a Bluefield College team that has struggled in the past to get on the board. We did see them score against the Union College Bulldogs a few days ago, courtesy Bella Cox. But what can they do today to get a win against Bryan College?
Well, Bryan comes into this game, and they haven't had that much success outside of one game against Kentucky Christian. They put up 8 goals in that game, just 6 between their other 6 games combined. So this is a game that if the Bluefield team can generate some offense on the attacking third, they could possibly put themselves in a position to get their first win of the season.
Well, the offense that is going to be generated in the attacking third, Bella Cox, the sophomore from Portsmouth, Virginia, scored a goal a few days ago, and actually the goals scored by Bluefield College this year have all came out of Portsmouth, Virginia, with Cynthia Brown's goal in that heartbreaking loss against Tennessee Wesleyan. So the Rams come into today's game winless, but Bryan, with that one win against Kentucky Christian, well, for Bluefield, that seems like a game they can win as well, because you remember last year the only win that the Rams had actually came against the Knights in Grayson, Kentucky. Rams in the blue, Bryan College in the red. It's going to be a fun one as the Lions come into this game, coached by Jason Davidson. Bella Cox starting out in the middle for Bluefield as the Rams will go right to left. And it looks like Jake, Anna Flincham's going to be in the net today for BC. Bluefield College, that is.
Yeah, Anna Flincham coming into this game. She has taken the goalkeeping duties most of the time in this game, but Madison Price has also seen some work in there, the freshman from California.
Yeah, the last time we were here, we called a game against St. Andrews. Anna Flincham got the start, but then Madison Price came in the second half. It'll also be interesting to see today for Bella Cox, who has battled injuries throughout the year. Can she stay healthy, as that one is jockeyed away by Kaya McGee? Cynthia Brown, the transfer from Radford University, already mixing it up on a tackle early on. That pass trickles back to Savannah Winger. Farish Weers. And we're going to look and see how Bluefield College deals with the elements today, Jake, because this, unlike a lot of fields in this conference, the Rams actually have to play on legit grass, and there's been rain pounding the West Virginia area as that one rolls into the box. Decent shot by McKenna Giles.
Giles leading the Lions in goals this year, has 5, had 11 last year. She's definitely going to be somebody that the Rams have to focus on when she gets into the attacking third.
Now, what can that defense do for Bluefield College that has struggled at times? And you see there in the midfield, back into the lineup today, dealing with injuries throughout her whole Bluefield career, and at one point last year also dealing with just getting a visa to be able to be in this country, Chelsea Ford, the senior from Australia. Here's Schweers, another senior. Up to Cox. Oh, Brown's wide open. Out to the near side, Pena. Freshman from Tennessee. A good job by Bluefield College's offense to push it into the attacking third, Jake.
Yeah, Bluefield's done a good job keeping it on this side of the field, giving themselves some chances offensively. You got to just try and get it to somebody, give them a chance to get a shot.
Ford tried to blitz it into the box to Kaylee Newman. Cynthia Brown launches a long shot, and that goes over the post. So it'll be our first goal kick we have seen today. Looks like that's Kerrigan Triola in the net. Ford. All part of a soccer doubleheader today. Bluefield College women getting this match underway. And then later on, right around 1 o'clock, maybe 1:30, we're going to see the men's side. Danger into the box. Ford. Whistle blows. It'll be a free kick. Big set piece here.
Definitely the Lions with a chance to capitalize early in this game. Keep an eye out for Giles right in front of the net.
Let's see who has to take this one for Bryan. Looks like that's going to be Ali Amato.
Amato scored her only goal of the season last year against Bluefield. Has won this season as well.
Yeah, for Bluefield College, you see that on defense sometimes they just falter, but it's really going to take the offense to just ignite, and it hasn't ignited, unfortunately, for just injury-riddled teams that Michael Callahan has had to deal with for the past couple of years. And I think that's why that Tennessee Wesleyan game was so tough and so heartbreaking, because it seemed like a game that Bluefield was at least evenly matched with the Bulldogs. And as the records show today, Bryan could be one of those teams as well. Chipped over the post. Now Anna Flincham sets up the ball right on the 6. Low 60-degree temperatures here today in Bluefield, West Virginia, right on the side of I-77. Slight rain in the forecast today. A little bit different than the almost summer weather we have been receiving here in the Appalachian Mountains in the past couple of days. And a foul called on Schweers. Trying to get Kaylin Knox to lose possession of the ball. Crossing midfield. Newman, what a play. Bella Cox. Oh, just couldn't get there. Stepping in front that time, the Bryan College defender and Megan Pfaffel. Now a sprint on the other end. Here's Giles. Giles. Daisy Harris stepped in front. Now it'll be a corner.
Good defense there by the Rams, able to stop Giles. She's just got so much speed coming down that far sideline. Almost made a nice play there, turning the defense from the Lions into an offensive chance.
Yeah, and that was just immediately after Kaylee Newman had rushed down the field for Bluefield College and created something for Bella Cox. And unfortunately for Bryan, Pfaffel stepped in front, but now we'll see a corner just moments after that slight break for Bluefield. Taking the corner on the far end will be Amato. Flincham punched the ball in front. It ricocheted, and luckily for the Rams, the ball does not find the back of the net. It will be a goal kick for Bluefield.
Great aggressive play there by Flincham, getting out there, getting a hand on it, just not making it easy for these Lions. They've had a few chances so far, but some good defense, and the Rams still have it scoreless.
And we'll also see for Bluefield College today, now that they've played a decent amount of games this season, that the Rams are slightly getting into actual game shape, because you remember this game or this season started so late for Bluefield. They didn't have any scrimmages. They had limited practices. So when they started playing against Tennessee Wesleyan, that's the first time they had played an actual 90-minute game. So now with a few games into the season, you're going to see less of that exhaustion. But today you might see just the traction kind of mess up today, Jake, because everybody seems to be sliding around on the grass field.
Yeah, it's a little bit soft out there, a little bit wet. We saw some rain coming through earlier in the morning, so definitely could be a factor during the day. And like you said, these teams still getting into game shape. We've seen it all across sports as they return from the COVID break. That it takes a few games to get right back into that game form, get back into playing shape, and hopefully today the Rams start to feel like they're back into that rhythm.
You just have miscellaneous breaks throughout the year. I mean, there was one point where the Rams didn't play a game for a month. from that Tennessee Wesleyan game up until Milligan, it was about 4 weeks. Lost in the midfield. Schweers. Check that. That's Whitaker. Wenger cuts to the left. Good job by Schweers. That's Pena. Oh, Pena, who we saw have that just monster collision against Tennessee Wesleyan in a game that had sidelined her. Luckily for her, I guess if there's anything lucky about that situation, the Rams did not play for a month, so she did not have to miss any time for Bluefield. Adds a little bit of speed there in the midfield. Speaking of speed, Newman in a foot race. It's going to be a goal kick.
Newman showed off some speed, getting down that sideline twice today now. Gotten her a couple of chances. Let's see if she capitalizes on one here later on.
I think the Rams, that's what they're going to try to do, is capitalize on one of those breaks, because so far it seems that Bryan College has dominated possession.
Yeah, the Lions have seemed to have the ball for the most, like you said, the most time. But the Rams have had their chances to get down there. They've had a couple of breakaways with some of their better players. Had some opportunities. They've just got to make one count.
And a whistle. Rams are offside. Taking the time on a free kick for Jason Davidson's team coming from Dayton, Tennessee. Cynthia Brown working against Giles. Oh, Abby Flincham nails the ball over towards the Bluefield College bench, where thanks to AAC regulations and NAIA regulations, everybody on the bench has to be wearing a mask, including the coaching staff. Everybody got temperature checked about 2 hours ago. So you think with Bryan, it can be quite a bit of a long morning, because you got to wake up early for the trip over to Bluefield. Then you have to go all the way to the Dome, which is about 10 minutes away from the actual playing field here at East River Soccer Complex. Wait in line, give it about 20 minutes, and then get temperature checked, so then you're deemed to play. And now finally at 11 a.m. you get to play a little bit of soccer. Amato. Comes Giles racing towards the 6 and just cranks the ball over the line. It'll be a goal kick.
Giles continuing to get her chances in there. Just a ton of speed, and it doesn't seem like the Rams defenders have been quite ready for it yet. Let's see if they make some adjustments and try and keep her contained.
No, so far it's been tough for the Rams to contain Giles, because it seems like she's one of the only players on the pitch right now where that muddy grass isn't affecting her. The speed is still there. A collision with Daisy Harris and Bryan's Kylie Murphy. Cut out to the left from Maya Patel. Here's Faffel. That one actually went backwards. I think that McGee was trying to send it on net. What a pass up front. Forward with a solid effort comes Whitaker. Cox with a little bit of room. There's Stephanie Miller. There's another story for Bluefield College, as Miller tried to connect the ball with Bella Cox last year in a game in her freshman season. Stephanie Miller, the Bluefield native, actually had a pretty devastating injury where we were just wondering what was going to happen as far as the ambulance coming, and now back into the lineup after that. It's pretty inspiring to see her back and doing it in her hometown. That'll be a free kick. She just got pushed there.
Bluefield's got a chance here. They've got set piece, free kick here on Bryan's side of the field. Opportunity. It looked like Chelsea Ford may have come up a little bit limp at one point, but it seems like she's fine staying in the game. So
yeah, Ford has had to deal with injuries throughout her short career at Bluefield as Cynthia Brown bounces it into the box. There's no shock there that Cynthia Brown, at least it appeared that was going to be a shot. She has scored at least a few years ago from very long range. Cox trying to go down the near side, and it's knocked out of bounds, so it'll be a Bluefield throw-in. Chance of developing here, Jake.
Definitely. The Rams have played really well in these last few minutes, kept it in the attacking side of the field, and trying to just get one chance that they can capitalize on, but it seems like they're not really getting too close to the goal, having to take shots from out there just like we just saw.
Right. It seems like they're just missing that final pass, that final touch that makes an actual shot. Oh, whistle blows. We'll see a substitute for Bryan. Now ready to check into the game for Bryan. It's Campbell Brown. Here comes a goal kick. "15 minutes elapsed, and we have seen just those slight flashes of offense."
Yeah, both teams have seemed to have just a few chances. None of them have really come all that close, but
right.
Both teams just on that edge of having a really good chance to put one in the back of the net, and we'll see who breaks through first.
Well, I think that Giles probably had the best chance off of that corner when Flincham punched the ball out, and Giles nearly knocked it back in. Speaking of a chance, there's Amato who jogs into the box, and Flincham picks the ball up with relative ease.
Great pass there from Giles. Just chipped it into the box for Amato. Just a little too much on it. Got to the keeper before Amato could get there.
Header forward, here's Pena. And draws a free kick. Well, Pena got tangled up with Kaylin Knox there. See if it'll be Cynthia Brown to take the set piece again. Or we have seen Bella Cox take a free kick here at East River and threaded the ball to Cynthia Brown from about the same distance on the opposite end of the field. So Brown will set up in the box. Ford threw a foot out. Well, just couldn't connect to give a good chance on Kerrigan Triola. 28.5 minutes left to go in this first half. Bailey Engel, Jake Lyman, we're happy to have you along for the ride here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Soccer doubleheader. Finally getting into the swing of things, playing at least consistently week by week. Good job there. As Taylor Kramer stepped up at the final second after a couple of crisp-looking passes for Bryan. Can the Rams develop a few crisp passes of their own? Throw in Bluefield. Rolls into the box. And Triola just chucks it back out. Amato. She's open. Giles. Good job by Abby Flincham. Cleared the ball out, but it'll still be a throw-in for Bryan as the help starts to run inside the attacking third. Now this will be a very crucial set piece here. A free kick that almost looks like a straight-up corner. Big chance here for Amato.
Definitely. Amato did a good job on that last possession, keeping it alive, getting it deep into Bluefield territory. Now has a chance here.
Bodied out by Kramer, and Ford pops it up. Not long enough out of harm's way, though. Brown. Here's Giles. And a bouncer over the back line. Bluefield can breathe. It'll be a goal kick.
Great defense there by the Rams. A really good chance, two really good chances for these Lions. Got it to Giles right up top of the 18. Had a chance there, but Rams able to come up once again with a big stop.
Comes Amato. I'm just trading back and forth. That slow roller is corralled by Flincham. I think Amato and Giles really wanted to just try to trade off there, and Amato thought that Giles was going to take the shot, and then Giles thought that pretty much the vice versa to that.
It's kind of seemed like the Lions' game plan today. It's been a two-man game between Giles and Amato, just trying to give one of them a chance to put one in the back of the net, and so far the Rams have handled it really well.
So we'll see yet again another throw-in for Bryan, just camping out in the attacking third.
Yeah, went back and forth for a little bit there. Chance one way, chance the other way, and now the Lions seem to have set up shop over near the Bluefield goal. See if the Rams can flip it.
Flag came up. And the Rams get bailed out by an offside. So unfortunately for Bluefield, this is just the penultimate home game of the season. We will see them on Wednesday, October 28th, and that will be senior night, Kentucky Christian. And for Bluefield College, Kentucky Christian, a familiar opponent, where they beat them pretty handily last year in Grayson, Kentucky. Giving the Rams their first win since 2017. There's Cynthia Brown. We saw in the last game played here that Cynthia Brown started out on the defense, and then when the second half got underway, we saw Michael Callahan kind of move her up to more of an attacking midfield position.
Yeah, Brown, a versatile player coming over from Radford, and she could really be a good piece on either side of the field for Callahan.
Amato. I see another slip there. Here's McGee. Well, that Giles-Daisy Harris battle has been one to watch so far in this first half.
Definitely. Giles seemed to get the better of her early on, but over the last couple of minutes, it seems like Giles has been a little bit more contained, hasn't really gotten those chances with some open space.
Well, Savannah Wenger trying to find that open space here on a throw, and instead pass the ball right to Harris. Everybody slipping up. It seemed like Bella Cox was going to get a break because her main defender there, Kaylin Knox, tripped, and then Bella Cox herself actually tripped up after the pass. Giles, she's open, right footer, saved by Flincham, still loose, and now it'll be a corner kick. What a save by Anna Flincham.
That's a fantastic save by Flincham. Giles doesn't miss often when she gets that opportunity. Breakaway, nobody between her and the goalkeeper, and a great job to dive to her right and make the stop.
Yeah, just had to spread out. I think Giles has got to be ultra frustrated with that one, Jake, because that was as good of a chance as you're going to get in this first half.
Yeah, no, it doesn't get any better than that unless you get a penalty kick at that point. So see if they can get another chance here with Amato on the corner.
Lofted towards net. Flincham push the ball back. And it appears that they're just going to have to switch sides for the corner here. I believe after Flincham got those hands up, it knocked off of Chelsea Ford. So it won't be Amato this time. Instead, taking the corner, it's Maya Patel. Goes with a different angle there, going towards the top of the box. What a play by Daisy Harris. Jumped up and karate kicked that one out of the box. Well, the set piece is piling up, but yet again, Jake, that Bluefield defense, at least in these first 25 minutes, they've been pretty strong.
Rams have taken the approach of bend but don't break over the last couple of minutes. They've given up a couple of really good chances to this Bryan team, but I don't know how much longer they can keep standing on their head and keep making these plays. Got to get some chances on the other side.
After the Rams have to transition some of these defensive stops into an offensive chance as Amato kept it on the ground. Wenger. Here's Giles. I wanted to play advantage on, but it'll be a free kick, and this one could be a great chance to shoot on goal if you're Bryan.
Yeah, outside of Giles' breakaway a couple of minutes ago, this might be the best chance Bryan's had. Oh, excuse me. It's going to be Bluefield taking
wow.
the free kick.
Well, stand corrected here. It's a foul on Bryan. To Pena. Pena's just trying to find help. Went backwards and had to kick it out of bounds. Rams also without Jamie Vest, who's currently on the sideline. You see there helping filter the balls in. She's in a boot, so there's a little bit more speed you can't see for the Rams if Bella Cox or another forward needs a little bit of time. Throw in for the Lions.
Bluefield finally gotten the ball out of their own zone. Chance here thrown in from the far sideline. Want to try and get one deep. Just make the Lions think about it a little bit.
Yeah, so far the The Lions' passes have looked a little bit more easy as Duffy checks into the game. Duffy on the touchline, ready to throw it in. Trying to force a corner, but instead Wenger just stood there like a stone wall. The ball bounced right down. So blows, it'll be a free kick for the Lions.
That's just a great play by Wenger there. A smart idea by Cox just to try and deflect it off of her, maybe get a corner, get a real good chance against Bryan. But Wenger, like you said, a stone wall there, knocked it away.
Cox with the left foot. It'll be another goal kick. So Triola ready to boot this one away. Comes Flincham. Has to rush. Pushing forward. Here's McGee. Off of Patel, and that one just knocks off of the back. Here's Amato, right footer, just over the net. Tried to volley that one in the top left corner and missed. So the Rams yet again get bailed out by a shot going awry. It'll be a goal kick.
Another good chance there. That one didn't come off the foot of McKenna Giles. A good combination there between Kaya McGee and Ali Amato. And another good chance there, but the Rams keep standing tall.
Flincham has already got a big save. A one-on-one ball from Giles. Also has done a solid effort on some of these corners, making it very tough for Bryan to knock it into the back of the net off the set piece. But here comes Giles. Sprinting past defenders. Giles. McGee. Missed wide right. That was one heck of a pass from Giles, and you could see it coming, and the Rams had really nothing they could do about it, and McGee spins it off of that right foot off target. It'll be a Rams goal kick.
McGee right at the top of the box. She only has one goal this season, but she is a talented scorer, had 11 goals at Motlow State, where she transferred from this past offseason. So good chance there again for the Lions, but key mistake there.
Here's Ford. Take it up with Brown. Amato. Giles turns around. Tried to send it to the parking lot. Goal kick. Well, it's only a matter of time for Bluefield that they can just rely on Bryan missing, Jake. I mean, they just need to try to transfer this into some sort of possession on the other side of the field to at least give Anna Flincham a mental break, if not a physical one.
The Lions have had so many chances, and like you said, they've missed a lot of really good ones. Rams have made nice plays on others, but eventually that floodgate's going to open and one's going to get through, and the Rams need to just kind of slow it down a little bit.
Right. Amato targeting Giles instead. Flincham got there. 13 minutes left to go. First half, Bluefield College eyeing their first win of the season. Bryan trying to get another AAC win after beating Kentucky Christian. Pena, good pass to Duffy. Bella Cox. Well, that slight bit of overpass. The defense right there. So now the whistle blows, ready for a substitute. Far Schweers back into the game.
And Chelsea Ford's going to come out. She's had a couple of moments where it looked like she was struggling with some sort of injury or maybe just a little tired out there. So good to see her sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, and she, to her credit, got in the way of one of those rips by Patel on a solid effort on the net. And Ford got in the way, turned around, and hit her right in the back. And a whistle blows to signify possession back to Bluefield. Here's Cynthia Brown. Working against Campbell Brown. Comes Duffy. Duffy got in front of Wenger for just a moment. Throw in Bluefield with 11 minutes to go. Good angle for Cox and turned around, couldn't get it. Throw-in coming up for Bryan.
And this is just a great job of Bluefield. Like you said, need to give Flincham a break in goal, and they've done a good job holding it over on the other side of the field, just trying to avoid giving up another chance.
Yeah.
Bluefield has to feel fortunate that it's still scoreless right now.
And I think it's got to be frustrating for Bryan, who has had a couple of good chances to score, but they haven't really, at least from our angle, seemed to be doing that much incorrectly. Because you look at it, and they have had some great passes into the attacking third, and Flincham's just played well. And Daisy Harris as well for Bluefield's defense as she heads that one away. Patel, and another save for Flincham. So it will be a corner. That one looked like if Flincham had just let it go, it might have been wide left, but why not just be safe? So it will be a corner for the Lions with 9.5 minutes left in the first half. So Patel right after the shot on goal. Bouncing free. Here's McGee. Trying to just get out of harm's way. Kramer finds Pena on the near side. Good job by Pena. The Rams can breathe for just a moment again.
Another great stop there. Once again, bending, not breaking for the Rams. And you mentioned it. Bryan, again, has not done a lot wrong on the offensive side. It's just been errant shots. They haven't been able to put a lot of them on net, and when they have, Flincham has made really nice plays.
They've had a couple of good chances on those corners as well. Campbell Brown. Pena rolls it out. Schweers hits the deck. Much to the chagrin of Bryan College, but Bluefield with a chance at a long free kick here. Bellicox scored last year against Union from about 5 feet in front of this very vantage point. Here's Cox. Tries on net. Triola ranges to the right and makes the catch. So Bluefield deciding, Jake, why not? Just take a shot on net from that far out.
Exactly, and Cox put a good leg on it. It just a little bit wide, but good job by Cox just putting one up there.
What a ball. Here's Patel. Patel on net. Flincham pops the ball into the air for herself and keeps this game 0-0. Here's Daisy Harris, inched forward, popped the ball loose. Pena chips it down the field. Cox in a foot race. A little bit of better position there. Ricochets into the box. Newman. Kaylee Newman. Everybody just seemed to be slipping at the right time, and the Rams almost got a shot off. Schweers! Oh, boy, that was a rifle pass or a rifle shot from Forrest Schweers. Actually looked pretty good off of the foot, just wide to the right.
It did, and that's the first really good chance I think Bluefield has had. Had a good shot, or at least a chance at a shot from Newman, and then Schweers misses with that one. But Bluefield putting some pressure on the other side of the field for the first time today.
Yeah, for Newman, Anna Blair Fish was right in the way. Gamble Brown. Giles. Good pass on the near end. Looking for Maddie Allen. McGee. Flag came up. Throw in Bluefield.
McGee almost kept that one in just a little over the touchline. Bluefield's got to find a way to get this out. Just get through these next 4.5 minutes, keep it scoreless, and then move on to the second.
Here's Stephanie Miller. Rams trying to push up. Gracie Almondos into the game, and now in a foot race down the near side. Has a little bit more fresh legs. But Wenger finds the ball anyway. Allen, intended target of that pass is that one just burns down the touchline. There's a shove there, no call. Gamble Brown and Pena getting physical. Schweers. Good pass out to the right. Newman on net. Just too high and right. Well, that chance was so good that the scoreboard here at East River Soccer Complex broke. So we got about 2.5 minutes, Jake. But, I mean, for Kaylee Newman, that's the first time, at least in one of these foot race situations, that it looked like the Rams were just winning them by a good amount of steps.
Newman was right there. She had a shot at it, just missed the net, and that's what we've seen from both of these teams today is they haven't been able to put a good shot on net most of the time. Newman has had numerous chances today, and wouldn't be surprised if she broke through on one. She's looked good on the attacking third.
And it seems like for a good amount of these chances that the Rams have had, there's not as much help into the box. So they're really relying on the hope that one of these breaks is just going to turn into a one-on-one play. Whereas for a few of these Bryan shots, they're passing it in, whipping it in on a cross, maybe that final through ball. Oh, Miller tried to cheat up. Patel with a bit of space. Good for Miller to fight back and get back on defense, though. Minute 15 left.
It seems like Bluefield may be cheating up on defense on those passes in a little bit more than they should be. A couple times Patel has just watched the Bluefield defender fly by.
Well, Daisy Harris has been good today. Patel sends Miller to the dirt, and Harris rolls it free. Flincham watches the ball bounce over the back line, and the Rams with 40 seconds will have a goal kick.
Daisy Harris doing a lot on that play. Really, she makes the play down the goal line and then sprints all the way out to the top of the box to get in front of that shot there. Really good job by her, and she's been her and Flincham have really been the key to this great Rams defense so far.
Fortunately there, passed it right to Allen. Throw in coming. And that is it for the first half of play. What a match we have so far here at East River Soccer Complex. Rams and Lions tied up 0-0. We're going to step aside and be back for the second half here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Apologize with the technical difficulties there. McKenna Giles with the goal, making it 1-0. So McKenna Giles with the goal makes it 1-0. Apologize for the technical difficulties. We are now up and running, but Jake, I know you had some really good analysis on that goal. Why don't you just say it again for the folks at home that didn't get to hear it?
Well, McKenna Giles able to score that first goal of the game. That's her 6th of the year. Had 11 last year for the Bryan Lions, and she's one of the best goal scorers in the entire AAC. She's had some really good chances today. She's missed on them. That time, she finally was able to put one behind Anna Flincham, and just a great play there, and yeah, you got to respect a good player making a good play.
Now player down. That halts the clock at 38:05. So 1-0 in favor of Bryan College, trying to get another AAC win while a Ram is down. We're going to try to make out who that is. We take a quick break here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. So it was actually Bella Cox got hurt for Bluefield. And seems to just battle an injury every single game. It's unfortunate for Bluefield because she does make such a difference.
It is tough for the Rams. On the offensive end, it's been Kaylee Newman and Bella Cox making plays down there, and now down 1-0, you need to find a way to score a goal, and possibly your best offensive player is out.
Oh, Daisy Harris bounces it to the left. Yeah, it's tough because Kaylee Newman on the sprints into the attacking third is just tried to find some help on those few breaks that she's had, and Bella Cox has been there. They just haven't really been able to connect. Now, who will they thread the ball to? As it looks like Cynthia Brown, at least at the moment, has stepped up in more of an attacking role like we had foreshadowed early on in this game that she did against St. Andrews. Schweers.
Just a little too much there on that pass to Newman. Possibly a chance there, but Newman doing a great job on defense there. Not allowing Allen to get the ball.
Here's Duffy. Newman. Out of Brown. Brown cuts to the right. Oh, what a move. Brown into the box. Almondos almost made it 1-1. Oh, what a beautiful move by Cynthia Brown to even make that pass possible.
Cynthia Brown showing off there. A great move and putting a pass pretty much right where it needed to be. Maybe a little bit long. Almondos just couldn't get a foot on it.
So Almondos up in the spot for Bluefield that Bella Cox was in. Now here's Newman. Speed on the outside. Here's Stephanie Miller. She was just waiting for the ball to come to her, but, well, McGee had other plans.
Rams have generated a few nice chances here. Got Newman on the outside again. Seems like they've kind of woken up after allowing that first goal, starting to get some chances.
Out of the back line for Bryan. The goal to start out the first half from Giles made it 1-0. Far Schweers trying to bully the ball forward. It's the ground. And it actually ends up being a free kick for the Lions. I'll check that. The official was pointed the other way, but it'll be Cynthia Brown. So here's a big chance, Jake.
Yeah, it seemed like there was some confusion there on who the foul was on, even on the field. But big chance here. Brown has shown the ability to hit these long-range goals. We'll see what she elects to do here, whether it's a pass or a shot.
So here's Brown. Kept it low. Bit of trouble there as Triola flops to the ground. Daisy Harris was stomping in. And I'm not sure if that's what Cynthia Brown wanted there. And it's kind of hard to judge whether that was supposed to be a pass or supposed to be a shot, but it ended up being a small amount of trouble for the goalkeeper.
Well, she almost got a lucky bounce there as it kind of ricocheted through the Bryan defenders and towards the goal. If there had been a Ram waiting, it could have been a good chance, but yeah, it was a little bit in between there, shot and pass, and didn't really work out.
Ready to throw it in for Bryan. Rams have scored 2 goals this year. Looking for a third that could possibly tie the game up. Miller. He tugged a little by Allen. Only a throw in for Bluefield with 33 and a half minutes left to go.
Great job by Miller there. Allen trying to get deep into the attacking third, and Miller able to stay in front and change possession.
Stepping forward is Fish. Kramer moves Almondos. Through ball up to Cynthia Brown. Well, it's very interesting that Brown is the defender in the first half, and just with the injury of Bella Cox, she looks like she's the main target at forward now.
Yeah, we talked about how versatile she can be, and she's showing it there. Played almost all defense in the first half, and now it seems like she's the one who's all the way out in front, going after all of these passes, and see, maybe it'll pay off for Callahan.
Yeah, and maybe if that pass, of course it's a big if that pass a little bit shorter, she can get past Lauren Cox there and make a solid shot on net against Triola. Umbrella is starting to pop up here in Bluefield. Gloomy skies. Overhead in Bluefield, West Virginia, on the banks of the East River. You know, it's actually the same East River in New York.
Really?
No.
I was gonna say
that's a crazy river.
That doesn't seem very plausible.
No.
I was gonna say you learn something new every day.
Yeah, and you don't actually. Oh, we have fun around here as the pass moves forward to the attacking third. You know, I'm glad I figured out how to get the audio back on just so I could do that.
Yeah, I agree. If If nothing else in this second half, at least that happened.
Right. 1-0, Bryan leads. Here's Flincham. Chipped in the air for Campbell Brown. And it'll be a goal kick.
Just a little too much there from Giles on that pass inside. She puts that a little bit shorter. Would have been right on the foot of Brown for an easy score.
Right. Oh, here's Giles. I just got to make sure those clearances are actually clearances because Giles, had Daisy Harris not slowed that ball or at least slowed that chance down, it could be 2-0.
Yeah, that back line for Bluefield really just seemed a little bit surprised that the ball even got there. It just deflected right to Giles. Maybe lucky that that one didn't end up in the net as well.
Oh, Cynthia Brown. Going to get past Faffel with a couple of hard cutting moves. Here's Giles. Threads the ball up. Patel, wide right. Goal kick. Oh, that was a great-looking feed from Giles, and Patel with a decent shot on goal there, just wide to the right.
Yeah, Kramer doing a good job making her think about it, staying on her hip and forcing the bad shot there. Almost a breakaway for Patel.
Want to move forward. It's Giles in the 6, passes back. McGee. Oh, a good step there for Bluefield. It was almost 2-0. And instead, Abby Flincham got in the way at the final moment, forces a corner. Sister Anna Flincham helps her up.
Once again, Giles with just so much speed coming around the corner there. Just didn't have the angle to get a shot on Flincham. Tried to drop it off. Great defensive play by the Rams to avoid allowing that second goal of the half.
Comes a corner. Amato. Knocked in the air by Cox. And a free kick. A Ram down. That's Alicia Pena. Well, gets up. Clock continues to roll as Bluefield will try to knock this one away. That was another throw-in.
Bluefield responded well after that first goal, but now it seems like Bryan is kind of taking over, possessing the ball more and more.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Bluefield can do with Cynthia Brown as the forward. The small sample size we've had, a couple good chances. Still nothing to break through that wall. Here's Patel setting up in the box. Daisy Harris guards. The ball bounces into the grasp of Anna Flincham to keep it at 1-0. Well, the sun's starting to poke through here in Bluefield, West Virginia, as the Rams look for their first win of the year. Well, Brown just all over the place, and with Bella Cox out, it kind of forces Cynthia Brown to, like you said, Jake, even be more versatile, and she already has that versatility, actually has to display it here, and she's going to be taking a big free kick. And I have to imagine that, there is a solid chance that she'll try to put this in the back of the net.
There definitely is. I mean, it can't hurt just to try and get it down close and see what happens for Bluefield, as they've struggled to get many chances on net against Triola.
Well, nobody's really lining up in the box. They're all spread out. So it ends up just being a chip pass to Daisy Harris. Now she can try to reset here as the ball bounces all the way back to Brown. Inching closer into the attacking third. "23 minutes flat to go." It's going to be a corner kick. Amato readying for the set piece as help starts to run in.
Another good chance for the Lions here. Bluefield needs to step up. Don't want to fall behind by 2.
Curls it back. Knocked forward, and Stephanie Miller popped the ball out of the box. Lofted effort. Flincham has to slap the ball down, and Giles was right near her. That'd be quick. Luckily for Bluefield, she was. The Bryan throw-in coming up with under 22 minutes to play. Free kick Rams. Farah Schweers displaying the toughness. Senior leader for Bluefield. She will be celebrated on Wednesday as the Rams take on Kentucky Christian. Senior night festivities here in Bluefield. We'll have that for you here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Cynthia Brown stepping back. Brown to Triola. Right at the keeper, and you can see Brown a little frustrated with how that one ended up. Here's Giles. Giles and Miller in the box. And Stephanie Miller just has to blast it behind the back line for yet another corner kick. And it seems like we're a broken record because those corner kicks just keep adding up for the Lions.
The Rams have handled them well, though. Not really a good chance off a corner yet today for Bryan. Had a couple of nice plays by Flincham. We saw Miller get it out of there on the last one. Amato hasn't really given these Lions a lot of good chances close to the net. A lot of them have been kind of fading towards the top of the 18.
With that in mind, Amato and the Lions trying to make it 2-0 off of this corner. Alicia Pena just got a full head on it to make the ball roll all the way over Jason Davidson on the bench, the head coach for Bryan College. Here's Campbell Brown. Flag was not up. Brown, and it's saved by Flincham. Another save for the goalkeeper for Bluefield. And, well, for Brown, that was struck pretty well, trying to go for the top of the net.
Yeah, good shot there from Brown. Nice chance, but Flincham once again able to knock it away, get it over the crossbar, but another corner coming for Bryan.
So that's 4 saves for Anna Flincham. Zamato headed by McGee, and Flincham drops to both knees. Keeps that one in her own grasp. So, with 18:45 left to go in this game, what can the Rams try to manufacture down the pitch? They're without their biggest offensive weapon in Bella Cox.
I think the key is going to be getting it to Kaylee Newman down the sideline. We've seen probably the best chances for Bluefield have come on those plays when Newman can get down there, cross it into the box. They just have to connect on one and try and put it in the back.
And also, possibly the physical play of Cynthia Brown has drawn a few fouls in some set pieces where the Rams have had decent looks. So have to see what the Rams can do with Brown, who has moved up to an attacking mid-forward position.
I think the key on those is going to be getting them deeper into the attacking third. A lot of those free kicks and set pieces have come from almost near midfield. So if they can get it a little bit closer, give Cynthia Brown a chance to maybe curl one in, that might be another one of their best chances to tie this one up.
Rams trying to score to force at least overtime if they're not able to score 2 here, as Chelsea Ford awaits a chance to check in for Bluefield. Here's Pena. Pena with a left foot. There's not enough on it. So Triolo once again keeps it a clean sheet. Cross midfield. Giles already has 1 goal today. Patel. Giles forces it towards Flincham. That ended up being a decent look on goal. Campbell Brown was right behind the goalkeeper for Bluefield, Nana Flincham. What a nutmeg there for Newman, though. Throw in Rams. And it's Ford and Bella Cox. So Almondos goes out. Haley Duffy gets a break.
It's good to see Cox come back in the game, especially when Bluefield is in dire need of offense. Just 15 minutes left in this one. Need to get better chances, and Cox will help in that effort.
Here's Stephanie Miller. Brown. Got the men's game for you right after this. Jake Lyman on the call for you on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield College men's soccer also eyeing that first win of the season, going up against head coach Justin Morton's alma mater in Bryan College.
Yeah, Bryan hasn't looked too good all season as well, so possibly an opportunity for the Rams to break through and finally get that first win.
Well, can't really start prepping for that game yet because we have plenty more of this women's soccer contest on the way as Alicia Pena chips it for Ford. Well, they're really mixing up the players to try to get into the box because we did not see Chelsea Ford get that close into the attacking third for Bluefield in all of the first half, and she was the main target off of that pass there.
Now Ford and Cynthia Brown seem to be playing primarily defense in the first half, and now they're getting chances to try and put one in the net. So very interesting strategy here, and we'll see if it works out.
Well, tangled up, Taylor Kramer and Amato. Kramer gets up.
Doesn't seem like Jason Davidson is all too happy
No,
about that
not
call.
at all. This team 13 minutes and 45 seconds away from getting another AAC win. Actually stopped the clock at 13:38. Here's Cox. Brown. This tries not, why not? And thanks to just worm burn it right to the goalkeeper there. Schweers, make that Pena. Out to the left for Brown. Wenger. Once again, halting the clock this time. I think Callahan wanted some sort of confirmation. Now the game is resumed. Brown skips it towards net. Goal kick. Unfortunately for the Rams, I think you're starting to see a bit of desperation just trying to throw every single shot that they have even remotely in a remote range to do it.
Yeah, that's what the Rams have been doing over the last couple minutes. It's just been anytime they kind of get it near the attacking third, a chance to put one on net, they've been doing it, and really not too many stressful moments for Kerrigan Triola.
Now Brown hits the deck and needs some help. So Cynthia Brown taken out of the game. That is a significant loss for Bluefield.
She's been one of the primary focal points for Bluefield on offense in this second half. But the good news is Bella Cox is back in the game, can kind of carry that load that Brown was taking over the last 30 minutes.
Here's Ford. Throw in coming up. McGee can't thread the ball forward. Duffy got in the way. Duffy out to the right for Newman. Faffel in front of her. Duffy. Just not enough space to break through. 11 minutes left. Throw in. See a substitute ready for Bryan now. It's be Allen getting back into the game after a breather and running back out to Jason Davidson's bench is Ashton Neal. Ten minutes to go.
Rams finally got a chance at the top of the box, right in front of the goal a couple minutes ago. See if they can get it back there. Weren't able to get a shot off. Just need to find one good chance to try and tie this game up.
Headed back for Ford. Ford trailing inside of the box. Once again, Triola defending that shutout. Ford hitting the ground. One 0. Second half started off with a goal from Giles. Since then, scoreless. And before then, scoreless. Been a pretty even matchup. Where we saw in the first half, it seemed like Bryan piled on the shots on goal with the chances. And we haven't seen that as much in the second half. Bluefield hasn't necessarily piled on the chances, but they have had better looks.
Definitely. I think Bryan had a lot of good chances, just didn't capitalize. And here I think Bryan is maybe focused on quality of chances over quantity and finally got one to go in.
Throw in coming up. I think a goal would likely solidify a win for Bryan if they're able to make it 2-0 with under 8.5 minutes to go now. Yet another throw in for the Lions. The box, Amato. Kramer slid the ball forward. On the ground for Giles. Really unselfish work now for Bryan. Nobody wants to take a shot. And finally, one is ripped with the left foot by Allen from way outside, and it's relatively easy for Flincham to keep it out of the net.
Rams need to start getting aggressive here. Starting to run out of time. 7.5 minutes left.
This needs to be a little bit more of a sense of urgency out of Bluefield as Pena tangles up for a moment with Campbell Brown. Schweers with a slight amount of space. What can she do with it? Down to 6:35. Giles. Solid cross for Campbell Brown. Flincham stepped up, rolled the ball loose, and it will be a corner.
That was a perfect cross into Brown. Would have had a really good shot at it, but Flincham playing aggressively gets up there and knocks it away.
Well, speaking of Brown, Cynthia Brown back into the game. Adding a little bit more defense. Corner coming up. It's Allen. Bounces back out towards Allen. Brown corralled the ball. Giles on net. Wow. That was a beauty.
That was a great play by Giles, proving how dangerous of a scorer she is, even from where that shot came from. That one just missed going in.
Could have been the dagger as now the men's team start to warm up on the far sideline. 5:10 left to go. Over the line. Michael Callahan chanting for his team to lock it in. That just looks like an optical illusion over there trying to figure out who has the ball with everybody running back and forth.
Looked like that one might have just gone right in the middle of this circle where the
Yeah. Well, Justin Morton and his team are trying to get warm. It was like a swarm of blue bees on the far side. I mean, it was hard to tell. But meanwhile, even with the distraction, 4 minutes, 10 seconds, and Triola is just taking a nice little fall jog back to the edge of the box. Throw in for Bryan. Giles. Here comes Giles into the box. Searching for the dagger. Can't get it there. Campbell Brown tangles up with Flincham. Rams are still alive with 3 minutes left.
What a play by Flincham there, able to knock it away and control the rebound. Bluefield has to generate a chance on the other end.
Are they able to do so? There's Stephanie Miller. Here's a cross. Flincham's there. 2 minutes left. Ready for a free kick. Time certainly running out for the Rams. The clock continues to roll.
Once again, Bryan in no rush to go retrieve the ball.
And why would they be? Just want to send it down the field. Couldn't do so. Ends up just being yet another throw-in with 1:10 left. Bella Cox down the line. Be a goal kick with 50 seconds left. And just with this leisurely pace at which Triola is taking to go get the ball, I think that this might be it. Now jogs up. Rams will need to steal away this clearance and score quickly. Now down to under 30 seconds left. So just retrieving that ball took 25 seconds away. Here's Newman. Back to Daisy Harris. Long effort. Triola almost stumbled there to find her footing. And that will be the final chance in this game. Bryan off of the one goal from Giles to start out in the second half. They win and pick up another W in the AAC, while the Rams, yet again, shut out at home. Jake, what did you think?
I thought the Rams played well. They just didn't come up with enough good chances on the attacking third. I think they tried a little bit too hard in probably the middle range of the second half. Just a little too desperate. They had time to generate a really good chance, instead seemed to be settling for some shots that didn't have a high probability of going into the back of the net and get shut out again. But a good effort by the Rams, especially on the defensive side. Anna Flincham played very well in goal, as well as Daisy Harris on the back line. So a lot to be proud about today for the Rams, but obviously not the result they would have wanted.
Well, that'll be the final score. Anna Flincham, certainly the player of the game if we have one, only surrendering one goal and making a good amount of saves today to keep it a pretty decent game for Bluefield College. But unfortunately, the Rams do fall in this one 1-0. We'll see them back here on Wednesday against Kentucky Christian. It is senior night, and we'll have those festivities for you on the Rams Digital Sports Network. So we do have a men's game right after this. Continue watching on the Rams Digital Sports Network for more of this AAC soccer doubleheader. But for the final score of this one, my name is Bailey Engel, joined by Jackson Bast, our photog, and Jake Lyman. 1-0. Bryan wins this one.